Blah, blah, blah.
Hello, I'm Louise and this is
Potato.
And we are Siren and Sons. Plus one two more crew members. There's JJ. And there's Zephyr. We are Siren and Sons. Welcome to another episode. We look forward to sharing our adventures and just life on the boat with you in general. So stay tuned, and we really love seeing your comments and interaction with our videos and you on our other social media platforms. So keep it coming. Next week is our Q&A episode. So think of a comment to leave below and ask us a question, please. Okay. I'm making an iced mushroom coffee in the cockpit of my boat. First, we're going to start with some ice. Then I'm going to put in some of my name to not be mentioned cocoa mix, because I want a mocha. And not just any mocha, but a mint mocha. And I'm going to add, I'm making an extra large, so I'm going to add a heaping spoonful of my lion's mane powder. It's really good for my brain, and I'm promoting healthy salt. So I'm going to add my very strong French pressed nearly espresso. Chew that there, and use my fancy whipper wand, which you can find the link for this in my shoppable links in my bio. I like to mix with it because it makes everything fun, and it does like froth up your drink. And it makes it, yeah, so between the French press and the frothing wand, we don't need to have a Keurig or other coffee maker on the boat. Great for van life too. We had it in the ambulance. Alright, in goes the mocha and coffee. Now I'm going to add a little bit of cream. And I want sweet cream, so I'm going to add some sugar. Okay, that was a lot of sugar. We're going to add more cream. There we go. And again, I'm going to froth it all up, because I like things fluffy like a marshmallow. And the frothing wand just makes mixing so much fun. But I do need to use a large container, and you've seen how much this has grown since I've been frothing it with the frothing wand. And it goes. Yummy. Ha. Bought the boat, the stereo didn't work, so here I am problem solving what's going on with the radio. I'm using this little tester to check all the connections and fuses. It's pretty easy. You just connect it to a ground and then tap it to the positive leads, and if it lights up, well, then you got power. And through this method I was able to test all the fuses and found that the yellow lead going to the radio, the fuse was just a little corroded. And so I was able to sand it up right here and pull the two ends together a little bit better, and bam. And like that, we have a radio that works. Next up, we have a new episode of I'm not a mechanic, but we'll see how I can figure it out. Fuel line issue, and I might have broke something. That's right, I broke a bleeder bolt, and now I gotta go find a new one. Yeah, it's a Ford Lehman old engine. Parts are kind of hard to find. Couldn't even find these copper washers anywhere but Amazon. It's been a whole ordeal. But that is antique boat ownership. It took multiple trips into the city to look for a bolt, realize we couldn't find it, and that I was going to have to make one, and then find a bolt that I could make one out of. So much walking. Why? Hey, little buddy. You're so cute. We saw the anti-king protest, and by this point in the day, we all about had the feeling that Zephyr's face shows here. We've about had it of the city. The heat'll do that to you. And we made it back to the boat in time to raise some flags in honor of Flag Day. Here I am making the modified bolt to replace the bleeder bolt I broke. It was a tedious process, and I didn't quite know what I was getting into, but it turned out all right, and it serves its purpose, and we move on to the next stage of how can we figure this out. In the mornings, we take time for studies. I have planned out the 2025-2026 school year for the boys, and we're rocking and rolling with our curriculum. Just like any home, we got a lot of cleaning to do. I do my best to keep up with the floors, but in tiny spaces, it seems like, the mess kind of builds up a little bit faster. It's not too tiny, it's just right for us. But being compact, definitely work hard to keep things tidy. So here I am cleaning the salon, putting everything back in order, deep cleaning on a regular basis. I have a schedule set up for cleaning every compartment on the boat and making sure that no space goes untouched for too long of a period or things can get icky. One of my favorite parts about living on the boat and working for myself is in the afternoons we can just chill as a family and enjoy the quality time. It is so wonderful. I am so grateful for all these moments. Right on the corner. Hello. Hello. Our front yard is a swimming pool once again. And our side yard and our backyard. It's all swimming pool. Here's JJ on top of the boom in the middle of the night. Well, that's all for this week, folks, and we look forward to sharing another episode with you next week. As usual, check out the links in the description. There's a lot for you to check out. And did you notice something different about Zephyr? Let us know in the comments. Again, please leave some questions for us. So we have questions to answer next week for our Q&A.
Guess what is different about Zephyr? You made it obvious.
We hope you have a best day ever.
I don't do these weird things.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.